Good evening, everyone. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Ramiz Khan, and I am a filmmaker and a film critic. And I had to wait an extra week to see my most anticipated film of the year. I was forced to see X-Men Abomination Before America a week early. Hollywood, keep your tentpoles in America. Give us the smaller films, the better films first. I would appreciate that. This is the review of The Nice Guys. By the way, I hope this shirt is authentic enough to pass as a 70s shirt. This is the most 70s thing I have in my wardrobe, and let's talk about the 70s. Every surface level thing in this film, such as the costume design, set design, and the brilliant music soundtrack is all on point. You feel like you're in the 70s when you're watching this film. Now let's move on into the plot. This film is directed by Shane Black. Shane Black wrote Lethal Weapon films in his heyday. He also had a starring role in Predator. He also directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang and Iron Man 3. Let me just get this out of the way. This was my most anticipated film of the year, and it delivered. I really love this film like a lot. Part of it's probably because all the blockbusters coming out, and since we are officially in the summer season, every blockbuster looks the same. They all have that blue ray in the sky. They all have a really desaturated color palette. I swear I saw a trailer for Warcraft and it looked like the next whatever superhero film, so it's really nice to see a smaller scale film come out in the summer season. And the best part about this film are the characters. Shane Black loves characters who are down on their luck. Riggs and Murtaugh from the Lethal Weapon films and Tony Stark from Iron Man 3. So he applies that trait to both of our characters, Jackson Healy and Holland March, in this film as well. There's a great piece of information and backstory regarding one of Ryan Gosling's 5 senses, and the same goes for Russell Crowe. He has a bit of past glory in him. They feel like real characters. Do you know why they feel like real characters? Because they have characteristics. Let's go back a week when I saw X-Men Apocalypse. What was Magneto's character in that film? Do you remember his character? I don't. Do you know why I don't remember his character? Because he didn't have any characteristics. He did nothing in the film. There was nothing signifying about him. That's not the case in The Nice Guys. In The Nice Guys, our main characters are doing morally questionable stuff. But because of their backstory, because of their charm and charisma, they're really likable characters. Now let's talk about the script and a little bit of subtext. The film's subtext to me signifies the end to the times of justice. Whatever you do, there will be no justice. And it's eerily familiar, the subtext to me, to a very old Bollywood film called Jaane Bhi Do Yaaro. It is a fantastic film. If you guys have any interest in foreign films, check it out. I believe it has a fantastic Rotten Tomatoes score and a great IMDb rating. Both films somewhat satirize the government. The ending is almost the same as that Indian film when it comes to talking about subtext. And the same subtext of the stuff going south in the 70s really sticks out and meshes well today. Fighting for justice only seems to produce more and more injustice, it seems, in this world. And the signifying factor and the connection of this script to the city of Detroit really meshes well with the world of today, because Detroit hasn't changed at all. Hell, even in Deus Ex Revolution, Human Revolution, the video game, Detroit in the future still hasn't changed. Now again, I cannot stress how much I love these characters of this film. This is one of those rare times I actually want to see a sequel to this film because of how great these characters are. Both Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe are in top form. They're both standouts in this film, and they both get great singular scenes as well. There's a brilliant scene with Russell Crowe telling a story to Ryan Gosling. The best thing about that scene is not the story. It's Russell Crowe's delivery of that scene. The regret and the realization in his speech about that one event really stuck out to me. And it was a really touching scene. And Ryan Gosling is a ton of fun to watch. I have a man crush on this guy. Do you know why? Look at this guy's face. Come on now. Ryan Gosling, I'm so glad he took this role. Do you know why? Because Hollywood has sort of typecasted him as that really pretty dude. Even in good films, he's kind of typecast. Drive as the silent killer. The Place Beyond the Pines, the silent killer. I'm so glad he took this role because it shows his range. He's over the top. He's crazy. He's a lot of fun to watch. And he gets a brilliant introduction in this film as well. It's a shot in the trailer where he's rising from a bathtub. It's really cool. Now these are my problems with the film, and they're more nitpicks than they are problems, as they don't affect the plot in any way. My problem is Shane Black as a director, not as a writer. He's proven himself as a writer multiple times before. The issue is when he directs action sequences. They're so bland and unimaginative. This film really lacks that one great action set piece. It doesn't have that. The dialogue direction is fantastic. There's always some business going on in between the characters. What is business, you might be asking? Business in a dialogue scene is when a character is doing something else apart from talking, like Ryan Gosling smokes a lot. There's one instance where he falls asleep, and then there's one instance where he's begging on his knees. It's all very interesting stuff and active stuff, which doesn't make the dialogue scenes boring. However, we do not have that when it comes to the action. The other issue I have with The Nice Guys is its cinematography. It's also meh. It's not cool for a film which has two uber cool characters. But again, those are things I don't think the general audiences will care about. Only pretentious assholes, I guess, like me, will care about it. Overall though, I love this film and my parents enjoyed it as well. If you enjoy the buddy cop element from the Lethal Weapon films, and if you like the mystery movie stuff from Chinatown, go watch this film. I am giving The Nice Guys a final score of 4 out of 5. People, I urge you, please go see this film. If you do not go see this film, which is a really good film, you do not get a right to complain about Hollywood giving us sequels and superhero movies and remakes. As usual, people, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that free subscribe button. It'll literally cost you nothing. And remember to share this video on the interwebs. Until next time, I will see you again, but remember to love yourselves.